It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Western Conference battles, always fun. This time, it's the San Antonio Spurs intent on protecting home court. And by virtue of their NBA schedule, their first game of the new year is against the Los Angeles Clippers. In a tough series a season ago, they lost in a crucial Game 7 during their first-round matchup.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
Greg, we know that's in the past. You can't change that for sure. Nevertheless, a win would be sweet.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Russell, Garnett out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Jordan, and it's Kidd in at the point guard position.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Here's Allen after the Clippers pick up 2. The pass to Irving. Again, Irving missing. Quick start here for the Clippers in this one. Here's Garnett. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Now, here is Irving. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is one to get a team going. We'll see if that's the case here.
And Leonard gets it to go.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And that one's good.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
Jordan against Allen with the fadeaway. Rebound, San Antonio. Smith left side. Back to Irving. 1:19 left here in the first quarter. And it's San Antonio with another.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
They get the rebound.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And Garnett misses.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Well, you've got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever been around.
Yeah, he's competitive, but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people the right way all the time.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. B's checked in for prime time. B comes in for Cunningham, and B's subbed in for Kyrie Irving. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here is Allen. And that is good.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
And let's take a moment to hear a little bit from Josh Smith about his development throughout his NBA.
You know,
kind of hear that growth in his voice, don't you think? And it's interesting to hear Josh Smith talking about getting introspective about himself and his game at this point of his career.
You know, that's a great point there, Kevin. I mean, like he says, he really has grown tremendously as a player, as a teammate, as a man, and just as an adult person in society. And he's become a real credit to our game.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Garnett out there with Russell. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Barry. And it's Frazier in at the shooting guard position. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. Players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Love's checked in for San Antonio. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Los Angeles. B comes in for Richardson. Just 4 to shoot. Russell, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Love, no luck.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Leonard attacking. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Cunningham comes in for prime time, and Irving subbed in for B. There's the pick. On the wing, Irving. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Los Angeles leading by 4. It's tipped. To the left wing. The drive by Love. This one for 3. Another miss by Irving.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And finished off by DeRozan.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Here's Love. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Jordan the pass to DeRozan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Kidd, and he gets it to go. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well?
Allen's checked in for Anderson. And then for the Clippers, Kevin Garnett is checked in for Russell. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Barry subbed in for Jordan. Clippers leading by 4. outside Kidd. Goes up at the stripe. Here's Barry. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. Barry's got his first 3 points of the game. For San Antonio. They draw 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Pass to B. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
The Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooter.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong. And attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
LA's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence. Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Garnett, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Smith checked in for the Spurs. B comes in for Rain Man. And then for Los Angeles, Frazier comes in for Leonard. And it's Richardson in for B.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Richardson kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Richardson. From deep. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Clippers lead by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, you haven't seen much work put in off the bench thus far. When we see that second unit after the break, what are you hoping to see from them?
I just want to have a semblance of motion so that they know where they're going.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as right out of the gates, it was the Clippers setting the tone. They did it just the way it was drawn up in the locker room, starting out. And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Cunningham is out there with Smith. Then there's Allen. And it's prime time. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
Cunningham's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 10. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Garnett. It's deflected. Allen dishes to Irving. Back to Allen. Fires for three. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
And the Spurs with some changes. Anderson comes in for Smith, and Bees subbed in for Irving.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks. And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledged that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Kidd. He's got 5. Outside Jordan. Kicks it out to Leonard from outside the arc. Count that one. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. That's good. And it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And he gets it to go. Anderson's got his first 2 points.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56